Hey YouTube, this is Scarecrow Kaiser. I'm going to be doing for you guys today a deck profile I've been waiting to do for a long time. This will be my Fenrir Genesis deck profile. Yeah, I've always been, like, ever since he came out, a fan of Fenrir. I've just been waiting for him to get good, and now it's like stupid because of the things you can do with it. So this is a Wiseman loop deck. I've played it in like 3 tournaments since the set came out like a week ago, and week or two ago, whatever it was. Played it like 3 times in tournament, and all 3 have gone undefeated. This past Friday, I played it, was undefeated until the last round, where we had a mirror match, and I won the mirror match. Game 1, he didn't have everything ready to go off, but he tried to go for it and see if he could kill me before I could have a chance to do him. I survived, and then I did it to him, killed him. And then the second game, I got kept my damage low. Then when he started attacking me, I got lucky, and almost every damage I took was a trigger, including a heal. So I was able to actually survive, and then my turn I did it back to him and won. But I got really lucky that time. So let's get started. Starting Vanguard, Fetters of Leather. He's amazing still. Really, really good card. A starter that you can trade for anything else seems pretty good to me. Triggers, we got 2 Battle Maiden and 4 Stake Fetter for 6 crits. We got 4 Taro, the most busted stand trigger ever. And 2 Dreaming Dragons, because you still need to worry about not decking out. Dreaming Dragon is still a super important card. Not that you need to play really more than 2. You 3 I can understand. I don't think I would bother with 4. Usually I still have access to it at 2, between the soul charging, the ability to call from things I've soul blasted, and Iris to pick it out of the drop zone if I want it, but it's working pretty fine right now. And then obviously the last trigger we have is 4 heals. For the grade 1s, we got 4 Hell, our perfect guard that unflips damage. 2 Witch of Oranges. She's super good in this deck. You can probably get that. She's just part of what helps the loop go and make it seems near infinite when you get things going, as well as just early game. If you're not still charging what you need, she can get you there. But I would definitely play her for sure. And Borskel are perfect, or Stride Fodder, and help us make sure we ride Fenrir. And then the last grade 1, the most busted grade 1 in the deck, Shackles of Fetter. This card is amazing. Even if you're not trying to play the loop, if you're just playing a regular deck, Fenrir deck that doesn't try to do something absurd like that, this card is just still absurd. You can still make rear guards huge because of this card. Even if you're not trying to intentionally make the loop with Wiseman, this card is still just busted. This card is amazing. Now for the grade 2s, got 4 Flying Lapwing. He's low on power, but he's literally a free Soul Charge 3 draw a card. And putting cards in the soul is basically drawing them in this deck almost. So this card is just free resources. He's amazing. Right now I'm playing 4 Glyfnir, because he's kind of like Lapwing, just a little bit bigger and not as free. I'm not probably going to always play 4 of this card. My local scene doesn't have a terrifying number of Link Jokers. So I'm playing him at 4. If I was going to regionals, I would probably cut some of these, like 2 or 3 of them. Place some of the Earth Elemental, Cray Elemental, the guy who Soul Blast 1 unlock a card. Because it's really easy to utilize a card like that in this kind of deck, because you could just, if it gets soul charged, you can just call it off Fenrir, unlock your stuff, and beat the Link Joker player. But for like a meta where you don't think you have a lot of Link Joker, I kind of like playing the 4 Fenrir. And then my last grade 2 is 3 Witch of Grapes. I should probably be playing 4 of her, honestly. Like, if I was to change this deck going to, like, regionals, I'd probably cut, like, 2 Glyphnir for, like, the Cray Elemental guy, and cut, like, a 3rd Glyphnir for, like, a 4th Grape. On to the grade 3s, we have our 4 Angelic Wiseman. This card that interaction with the stand trigger and things, they didn't really consider how amazing it is, but it is a thing. We have to live with it until Bushiroad does something about it. But then we got our 4 Fenrir, so that's it for the main deck. For the G Zone, we got 2 tier. Almost certainly always your first stride. This card is just tons of free resources because he turns everything that's not a trigger into a soul charge. And like I said, like, soul charging cards is kind of like drawing them. So like, this card is just tons of free resources. Playing 1 Doombrace. I very, very, very rarely ever use this card. Sometimes I use it like against like Link Joker or something, but I barely use this card. Not very important. Next is for Vanguard. Really good card. Not as important to the deck as he used to be, but he's still like a really good card. He scares people, and people who don't fully understand him, who guard 2 to pass, will probably be very upset when you just 2 to pass them. He's crazy good. And then we got 2 of the new Fenrir. He is pretty freaking cool. You don't get to really use his revelation skill, but the ability to power himself in a rear guard up and soul charge is like the best quality about him. Sometimes if you're behind and you just need cards to build your hand up, you can stride him and just start drawing cards and get where you need to be. But he's pretty amazing. Alright, and then my last G unit is 1 Blizza. For if I play against Link Joker, it's just a good big cannon thing to shoot them with. I mean, if I don't have rear guards, all I can really do is hit you really hard with Vanguard. So, oh, I missed one more. 1 Seabreeze, because Generation Break, need that thing. Alright, for my G Guardians, we got 3 Iris, an amazing G Guardian. This card is so good. I don't know if this deck might actually suck if she didn't exist. But she does. She's really, really good. You could just play 2 of her, but she's so important to the deck that I would play 3. I don't know that I'd play 4. That doesn't seem likely, but I play 1 Dismal, because sometimes I have a Wiseman and people want to kill him because they don't want me to do my shit. So it's pretty good to protect him. And then I play 1 Screw. I'm not playing the new G Guardian. I find her a little too situational. I I just like Screw for how versatile he is. So that is it for the deck profile. I could kind of go through and explain like the loop, but that's very long. Seems like something I wouldn't want to do in combination with this video. But it's pretty good. Like when you're playing against people who've never seen it or understand it before, it's very like sponge gar of them. Where this guy's like 100k, and you're like, attack with him, restand him, 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 attack with him, restand him. And then they're like, how do I survive? And I'm like, you use Denial Griffin? Pretty much, but pretty cool deck. Very, very busted. There's no way Bushiroad can't do something to like stop this combo. It's too unfair. Alright, thank you guys for watching.